If you enjoy reading books, smoking weed, and listening to podcasts about both, then listen to Literature with me, your host, Joanna. Every other Sunday exclusively on the Journey into Comics network at journeyintocomics.com. Let's sit back and get lit.
The following is a Journey into Comics network production.
I'm a dude who likes brews. It's time for Brews with Dudes. Juicy. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Brews with Dudes. I'm your host, Nick. I'm sitting here with Brett once again.
Hello, hello.
And we are sitting here also with Kaleb.
Hey,
Kaleb is a first-timer on Brews with Dudes. This is also, I've heard, the first time he has ever drank anything, not just beer. He's never drank liquid before. This will be his first time ingesting liquid. Is that correct?
Wow.
that's true. That's true. I am a dry creature.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, that's why it's what the R&D department told me about Kaleb. That's the only information they had for me this time. So what do we have tonight? What are we starting off with? This is from Noon Whistle up in Lombard, Illinois. What does the can say over there, Brett?
This is the Smack This Black Sour Ale. It's sitting at about 5% alcohol by volume. And it says notes of burnt chocolate on the nose, followed by an even sweetness and a clean sour, leaving you wanting more. And I haven't seen a sour that ever looked like this.
Now, when something is described as this is going to leave you wanting more, it's like that's not what I want at all. I want something that's going to leave me satisfied, not going, well, wish I had some more. I guess there's a couple of things that are like that, but...
Yeah, I guess I could give into capitalism a little bit.
Just a little bit, every now and again. All right, well, let's go diving into this. See what we got here. Oh, wow. I like that.
I do.
It's not fruity. Just over there on the couch, she was she doesn't have a mic, but she said she did not like it because she likes fruity sours, and something about the sourness I'm still getting. It's still fruity to me. Maybe I need to switch it around a little more to get that chocolatiness.
I do.
It definitely looks chocolatey.
I got the chocolatey flavor from sniffing it.
The smell,
initially,
definitely.
yeah. But yeah, as soon as it hit my mouth, it was. I guess I get a little bit of hint of chocolate, but I definitely get that tart sour almost right away, and it almost rides it through the entire experience.
It definitely, the moment it hits your tongue, I'm not getting much chocolate. I'm getting just that tartness.
Yeah, that's interesting because I'm getting the chocolate really on the back of my tongue. Like as soon as it washes down, like it finishes like near aftertaste.
I agree with that.
It almost feels like I ate a piece of chocolate, like that residual chocolate that kind of just hangs behind. The beer's kind of leaving that, but
I would not guess by smelling it that it's going to be sour at all. It just smells like straight chocolate.
And it looks like a stout. Like it looks like a pretty hefty stout. But it drinks pretty light. Like this is a really good sour. Kaleb, have you ever had sours before?
Not really. Not really. I don't have much experience with sours. I've been drinking a lot of IPAs recently, and then like a lot when I was living in Los Angeles. They just had amazing IPAs, so that's all I drank. I didn't really explore any other beers, besides like stouts.
That was us for the past 4 years.
Yeah, there's always another IPA to try.
Yeah, and recently, like I will say, Noon Whistle was on our trip to Chicago this past Friday to see Protest the Hero, and we hit a couple brewing companies. Noon Whistle was on the list. And you will actually have an episode being aired with the head brewer, Paul. So that's pretty cool. We sat down outside with them and chatted. So this episode's mainly Noon Whistle right now, unless if we want more later.
Unless we decide after we've drank these 5 or 6 beers, like, maybe we need more, which happens.
It does.
It happens more often than you think. So
we set the bar low for ourselves today.
I think we're going to have a good time, though. So, Kaleb, you're from, you say you lived in Los Angeles? Is that it?
Yeah, the past year and a half to 2 years. It was about 20 months that I lived in Los Angeles.
Cool. What was your favorite? Did you go to brewing companies or just like go to liquor stores and get beer?
Brewing companies. There was one right in Glendale called the Golden Road Brewing. They'd made an amazing double IPA, Wolf Among the Weeds. They had a whole wolf-themed IPA release.
Cool. Yeah, I like it when they do like series. Like they had like a wolf series, different wolves. This is the Smack series. We had 2 different ones on tap there. You had one and I had one.
Yeah. You had the one, I can't remember the name of it. It was pretty just run-of-the-mill sour, but not anything like over-the-top sour like the Destill that we had that one time.
Right. I guess we talked about both of these sours in the episode with the brewer.
We did. But yeah, and then the other one was the red sour, which was really cool, which surprised me. So these guys seem pretty innovative when it comes to their brews and their style. Like I've never heard of a black sour. I've heard of the black IPAs recently. I've seen some of those and tried some of those.
When we were at the bottom lounge, we were looking under because they had a menu that they sorted it by the styles. So we were looking for something dark. So we went to the stouts, and it was Pipeworks.
It was a Pipeworks.
It said it was a black something.
It was a black IPA.
It didn't say black IPA because we would have known.
Oh, it didn't say on the menu.
Yeah, it said something different on the menu, but it was under the stout. So we ordered it, and it was a black IPA, which is not a stout at all.
No,
like not at all.
It wasn't bad.
It was okay,
but it's not what I wanted. I wasn't feeling that.
No, I was looking for a stout.
We had not had any darker beer at all that day. It was all IPAs and sours.
And then we had the Ballast Point Victory at Sea, the Imperial Porter.
That one was good.
I love that one.
Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. I've never had an Imperial Porter.
Me neither.
It was fantastic. And the artwork was super cool.
Yeah. I definitely enjoy some Ballast Point.
I like all their Sculpins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sculpins. I really like their grapefruit IPA.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I drank that the entire 2 years ago, the entire summer.
That was the go-to.
Yeah.
That's what last summer for me was all day IPA. Man, we drank so much all day IPA from Founders. If you had that one.
Oh my gosh, I haven't.
It's maybe 5%. Like it's not very much at all, but it's so tasty.
It's got that bite, but it's still just that light crispiness. It's not going to sit heavy during a hot day, so it's definitely really good. One that I would like to get for a summer day is that the one I got after we finished the episode. It was the grapefruit wheat ale.
Yes,
and
that one was tasty.
It was a wheat ale. It's like, think of almost like Blue Moon style, like a wheat style beer, but brewed with grapefruit, and it almost had a sour beer like connotation to it, like the taste behind it. So it was awesome. I wish they had some of that to go. I didn't see any.
We got quite a bit of things.
We spent a lot of money on beer.
Yes we did.
And it was worth it.
It sure was.
It's totally worth it.
You know the sacrifices that we have to do for this nation.
Right.
We're doing a just cause here, all right?
We're the heroes that America deserves.
Not necessarily the ones that they want right now.
Or need.
Man, I'm still really enjoying this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it has a very pleasant sourness that I like. It works really well with a certain type of bitterness.
It's not too tart or too sour.
That's my thing with sours. Is if it's just over the top, just makes you pucker so much that it's just not enjoyable, and it feels so sugary in my stomach. This is good.
I've had one of those. I don't remember who it was by, but it was one of the first sours I ever had, and it was so bad that I couldn't even finish the beer.
Yeah, no.
I was just
same.
like, holy shit! Like, what? This doesn't taste like beer. It's just fucking unbelievably sour. Damn that person. That sold it to me.
With most sours, I would never drink a full pint of it. I could with this, and I wouldn't get tired of it throughout the entire beer, and it wouldn't upset my stomach at all. So I think this one would be a good one for me to drink an entire pint of.
We could challenge the theory and just drink like a couple 6-packs of it. To see how much of it we could drink before we felt like we'd had diabetes.
We're just curled up on the floor, just in stomach pains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you'll be pretty tipsy at a certain point, so you should wear shirts and like mark in tallies with a Sharpie on the shirt how many you've drank.
There we
go.
Yes.
I
like that idea.
Definitely down with that.
I think I got one more gulp out of this. What's next on our list? Do you remember?
I think we were going to do the We Be Log Jammin'.
Ooh. We Be Log Jammin'. The can for that one is awesome. It just looks like a branch. A tree, if you will. A skinny tree.
I know you said you had to pick it up because it's Weeby.
Weeby Log Jammin'.
Weedbee.
About ready for it, though. I bet this sour mixed with a nice IPA would be fucking awesome.
And all day.
Yeah, actually, that'd probably be perfect. Nothing too overpowering.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea to give these guys a rinse. It's not going to work after a couple rounds doing it like that. We were forced to while we were in Chicago, or Lombard, I suppose. We were
in Lombard when we bought it, yeah.
We were like, we need to get a cooler for this beer that we're going to buy, and no place had styrofoam coolers, so we were forced to purchase an actual cooler.
Which I was okay with. This is a pretty decent cooler. After it's Sunday, and the ice has been in there since 3 o'clock Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it's still
icy. Got ice cubes in it.
We're not using it as a means to rinse our glasses without having to get up. I mean, you've seen it. You probably have them at O'Charlie's, but at bars, that's what I meant. Sorry, where you take the cup and you put it upside down and the water shoots into it.
Yeah, we don't have one. But
We need to figure that out. We can have one on the table and give it a quick rinse.
It shouldn't be too hard.
I don't think so.
I wonder if that water coming out is cold, though. Because I read that one of the purposes behind it is to kind of chill the glass.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that water comes out cold.
Oh, yeah, they had one at Tom George that was at the edge of the counter, and it was, like, built in. And it was this little pipe that stuck out with a little spacer to protect the glass, and you would put the glass over it, and it was actually liquid nitrogen.
Wow.
And then they were chilling the glasses that way.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And it had this crazy neon blue light to it. I felt like I was on a spaceship, yeah.
That would be sweet.
You writing this down? You getting on the R&D department for when you got Maxons and me opening up?
Oh yeah, they're taking notes. Sometimes that R&D department's on it. Sometimes they give me wrong information. I've got these. So these are in cans. All these beers from Noon Whistle, and they don't just have the little pop tap like pops do. You have to rip the whole top of the can off. It's cool. Makes me feel like I'm drinking from a cup.
I feel like those are the soft packs of the beer world.
Yeah. You can get the smell while you're drinking it.
Yeah.
All right. What is this? An IPA? Oh my goodness!
I believe
it's so dark.
I know. We drank one when we got home. So we've already had this. It is a black IPA.
Okay.
I'm just noticing. Yeah, black IPA from the can, because when we got home, we just drank it out of the can while we were chilling here on the couch, and I did not notice that it was that dark, and it doesn't taste that dark.
But it is dark in color. Can't see through it at all.
Yeah, it's...
All right.
There's not much description on the can either. It's just a log.
It's a really cool log, though.
That it is.
I don't know why I like it so much. I bet if we did the Wizard Staff game with a bunch of those, it would look super cool at the end. You get some camouflage duct tape to tape them together. It's like cool walking stick. Like, no, it's just a bunch of empty cans. All right,
let's try this
dive
one.
in. Malty.
It is. I like that it still has a little bit of bitterness to it. There's not a whole lot of bitterness, but you definitely do kind of feel like you're drinking an IPA, but it's got that darker roasted malt.
A roasty IPA.
Yeah, it feels to me that the malt really creates a nice dark back layer that just rolls off the tongue.
I think it makes it a little more smooth while drinking it, instead of just that aggressive hoppy bite that most IPAs have.
Yeah, the bitterness kind of hits you at the back of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
That's really tasty.
It is. We're going to go through this one a little faster. We only used one can.
Yeah,
instead of two.
We decided we didn't need to get completely wasted by drinking a can apiece. Since there's only 3 of us tonight. We've done that before. But we've also got pretty lit up
Yeah.
doing stuff like that.
Yeah. It's been fun, though.
It has been fun. We had a couple fun things coming up. We just locked in the Founders Tap Takeover down at Jerry Lee's.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. They've got a great selection that you're actually able to order from their distributor. They might even bring some of their KBS, their Kentucky Breakfast Stout.
Oh, man. That sounds good.
Yeah, it releases next week, so even if they aren't able to get it, we'll be able to probably find it if we try hard enough. It's pretty good. I've only had it one time, but...
I've had the Canadian breakfast stout.
Yes.
But not a Kentucky breakfast stout.
I'm trying to think of what the difference is.
I don't know.
Maybe bourbon barrels instead of maple barrels.
Maybe. Speaking of maple, though, I don't know if we talked about the brown ales we had at Moore.
I think we briefly did,
Did
but
we?
I would be totally fine getting into it. It was... We were talking about how we didn't really like browns, or we hadn't tried enough browns to really know if we liked them or not. And they happened to have 2 different ones. And then, so there was the regular one, which just said it was...
A brown ale.
Brown ale,
Just said
chocolatey.
brown ale. Yep.
And then there was one that had been aged with... What was it?
Maple.
Maple.
It was with maple, yeah.
And they had another one that was aged with...
Hazelnut.
and they were both just unbelievably good.
So now we're...
Like, okay, I like browns now.
Yep, we're going to have to find some more browns.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I'm always a sucker for anything maple.
Yeah, it was...
Doesn't matter. Just
It was awesome.
I could have dipped my pancakes in it.
oh my gosh.
Like,
Yeah,
I
remember
could
you
have
telling
cut
me
my
about that.
pancakes up and dipped it in that beer and ate it. Like, it would have been so good. It was not too sweet, but it had that beer feeling with that maple flavor. And my God, it was so good.
The other day, Tex and I cooled down some of our stouts that we just bottled a couple weeks ago. And one of them was the chocolate blueberry bourbon stout.
Nice.
And we just had baked cookies a couple hours before, so we dipped the cookies in the stout,
Ooh.
and it was just stupid good.
Yeah.
It was so good. That's a Bizarre Noir beer.
Yeah. I'm sure you saw the newest update today from 450.
I did. They're bringing back the cookies and cream.
They are. I still have not had a chance to either dip Oreos in it and eat it, or make a beer float. and put ice cream in it.
That is a good idea.
But they added over 100 more pounds of Oreo cookies to the brew.
Needed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Casey and I told you this, but we got a little bit insider info from BrewLink.
Ooh, I'm not
They're
sure I did hear
working
this.
on a mint Oreo beer.
Wow.
So I'm pretty excited for that.
That sounds really good.
And the weird thing was, I swear to God, whatever God there is or isn't, Casey had brought up a mint cookie beer on the way down there. And then we get there and they say that, and Casey just goes, "I'm like, I know, dude, what the hell?"
Guys.
Yeah.
They're listening.
They are listening.
That sounds really good. It really does. I'm pretty excited for that.
That'll be sweet.
I'm really excited for this next beer we got coming up, too.
What's next?
We have the Bernie Irish Coffee Stout. So we're gonna. It's already been 3 dark beers, but don't feel like dark beers.
A dark sour, a dark IPA,
and now we're gonna get the stout.
Finally getting the stout.
Getting the stout.
We brought up the idea that because they've done a couple Bernies now. They had an Imperial Bernie or something, and when we were there at the brewery, I saw 3 different people wearing Bernie 2016 shirts. I'm like, are these like Bernie Sanders beers? Is that what they are? I didn't ask.
That's what I thought when Brett first showed it to me.
Yeah,
I was like, way to go, Mr. Sanders.
At least 3 people. At least 3 people wearing shirts. I'm like, huh. I don't know. That place was super cool.
It was.
What was it? Was it shuffleboard? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
They had a shuffleboard. They had a bunch of garage doors that they could have lifted up, but it was fucking cold. So
it was pretty chilly. Not chilly enough for us to podcast outside, though.
Yeah, we broke a lot of rules, but we broke a lot of norms.
Yeah.
With that episode.
No, what's normal anyway?
That's true.
Boring.
Hey, normal is usually us sitting
Normal's
on this
boring.
couch right here.
But this is not boring at all.
Bear with us. All right.
Yeah, so
Irish coffee milk stout. I wonder what makes it Irish.
Ooh.
I wonder if it will have a minty.
I don't know.
This can gives a description. But I need to finish this last gulp of my black IPA first.
We be log jamming.
I don't think we need a rinse this time.
No. Everyone that's listening now has lost all credibility with us. They're just like, these fucking assholes aren't even rinsing their cups anymore. Barbarians.
Plebeians. A bunch of plebes. And then we just call them troglodytes.
Fake news. These guys don't know what they're talking about. We should do an episode where we just totally just describe everything totally wrong. Like, my goodness. Just rainbows, man. Straight rainbows.
Where did you pull these descriptions from?
Dude.
My ass.
Phosphorescent taste on the front, I'll tell you what.
No, this is a very anxious beer.
It's really bringing the worst out in me, I'll tell you what.
The depression is heavy with this one.
Yeah.
This beer had a lot of childhood trauma, on the
Kind
grapevine.
of woolly. Oh, man.
Speaking of Irish, do you know how many potatoes it takes to feed an Irish village?
I don't.
None.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Kaleb, this is why I love you. So after Nick gets finished pouring this last little bit, I'm going to let him read this description on this can.
Tell us about your childhood, Brett.
Tell you about my childhood, huh, Nick?
Just trying to kill space.
Well, it was okay. Pretty humble.
All right, let's just go ahead and leave it at that. Cool. Now, let's see. We got from Noon Whistle, the Burnish Coffee Milk Stout, 6.0%. I don't really... It doesn't have anything else.
No?
Oh, I'm wrong. A slightly sweeter take on the same dark and delicious profile with strong coffee and light cream flavors. The perfect beer for your favorite parade.
Wait, what's that? I think you missed one. What's that description?
That one there, it says, sorry.
Right here.
Oh, yeah. It says 19962551741. And that actually clears some things up for me.
Interesting. I'm glad.
Yeah.
One last thing.
I really do think I've seen
warning
that.
1, according to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Okay. Now that we cleared that up.
Wow. I don't think I should be drinking this.
You dry motherfucker.
My bones.
We gonna fill you up.
I can't stand this amount of liquid, guys.
I've never had this much liquid in my body. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, that smell.
That is creamy. I like that.
That is everything I want in a stout.
Game over.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this has been Brews with Dudes. We're gonna go off air permanently now.
Yep.
We have found the perfect beer.
Rip.
The perfect stout, at least for right now. Like, oh man, just the creaminess. It literally tastes like I'm drinking a nice, fresh, cold brew coffee, and just, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it right now. I need to drink more.
I'm gonna stick with creamy for now. I'm gonna give it one more go before I try to give anything else.
The viscosity is very favorable in this one.
The mouthfeel, it's
Oh, yes, the
velvety
mouthfeel.
over the tongue.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed with
That's a
most
10.
stouts. I've noticed. Damn it! With most stouts, sometimes I feel like I'm chewing them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're nice and thick.
Let me try to chew this one real quick.
This one really just rolls over your palate so well. And I'm mostly speaking out of my ass, but
No,
god damn, it tastes good.
I feel like it's in between my teeth now.
Oh man, this is dangerous because I could just pick this up and drink it all before it ever hits the table again.
It's only 6%.
I know. That's why it's dangerous, man. Like I could put down a 6-pack in like an hour.
So it says Bernie variant number 1, Irish coffee. So I wonder how many variants there are.
I do remember seeing it on their website, but I can't remember the
Hashtag
exact
deep.
ones. I believe there's at least 3.
And then there's we didn't get it, but there was an Imperial Bernie.
Yeah.
They had one that was a bomber that was a big boy.
We've got a big boy bomber waiting on us today. We'll reveal that later.
It's gonna be great.
It is.
Another dark one. What else do we have beside? This is the third one.
This is our third one. Next we have the gummy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the ghost face gummy.
Oh, man.
Oh, these
I'm
last.
And I
I'm
was under the
excited
impression
for that
I was
one.
under the impression that it was a stout. It's not. It is an IPA. It
Ooh.
is a ghost pepper IPA.
Wow.
So my interest has really been piqued now. Because I thought old boy in line at 450 said it was a stout. So I believe on Friday when we were talking, I said, "Oh yeah, we want that ghost pepper stout." And luckily Paul knew what I was talking about. And I'm gonna give a shout out to him. He hooked us up
he did
because
He hooked us up real good.
they were not offering any more of the ghost pepper.
But he went out to his personal stash and got us a 6-pack of it.
And just gave it to us. Like, I wanted to buy it. He just walked out with a bag and said, "Thanks for coming out, guys. This is from my stash. I don't have this. Like, drink it soon." But, yeah, he said he'll be back next year, like at the end of the year.
Hashtag blessed.
Oh, my God, we were. We were.
Blessed indeed. So then after he gave us those beers, we're like, well, we might as well hook him back up by buying a bunch of his beer. And here we are.
We did.
Cooler full of sunshine.
Well, I don't know. It's not much sunshine. There's a lot of darkness in this pack.
If you view sunshine as a happy thing, though, then it's bringing me sunshine. Although yes, they're all dark as fuck.
Yeah, sunshine can be black.
Darkness can bring me joy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I do see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me happy. It brings great euphoria.
Euphoria. I saw a really funny picture the other day. Guess the kids are calling them memes. And it says,
"Oh, those memes."
Memes, yeah, meme-offs. And it said something along the lines of, sometimes I'll go out on a limb and use big words I don't fully understand their meaning to prove to people that I'm photosynthesis.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, that's about right. That feels right.
You know, sometimes I like to go out on a limb, and then the firefighters have to help me down.
Come on, man, get down. No.
No, I can't. I'm too high up.
I don't know how I got here.
Just let go of the limb. No, I'm gonna fall.
Oh, shit.
I get the pleasure of working with my friend Kaleb over here at least 5 days out of the week, and god damn, he's so witty. I love it. I'm glad you're on an episode, man. I'm glad you're able to come out.
I was not expecting this, honestly. I don't know what I was expecting to. Brett was just like, "Hey, let's hang out."
We're going to go on an adventure. And here we are, adventuring.
We are.
Adventuring to Candy Mountain.
Let's go to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Oh.
There is a dead human in our house.
Our fucking viewers are gonna hate us.
Yeah, we should stop.
This fucking Bernie, though.
It's delicious.
I can't get enough of it. I'm glad I've got one still in the fridge. We each have one still in the fridge.
Yeah, they were in. Were they 4-packs?
They were. The Smack This was in a 4. The Bernie was in a 4. The Weeby Log Jammin' was in a 4. Paul really hooked it up with the Ghostface gummy and gave us 6 of them.
I'm scared. I'm excited and scared.
You know those are magic.
They are.
They have to be. This guy, this was a sacrifice. This was a ritual.
He told us that it enlarges your penis. That's what he said.
Mine's already very enlarged right now.
It's gonna give it girth.
If I had a nickel.
Okay. Man, we're getting carried away.
Man.
We're getting carried away. All right, let's jump into the last beer of the night. Brett, you're looking at the bottle over there. What do we got?
Our special bomber, which actually we haven't done a special bomber for a couple episodes. We did it for the first couple, but we have the Bob Ross Did It,
Bob Ross.
which is a barrel-aged Scotch ale. So on an episode that has aired slightly before this one, while we were at Noon Whistle, I ordered the Bob Ross Scotch ale, or can't remember what it's called. It was their Scotch ale, but this is a variant aged in barrels. It's a barrel-aged
Let's
Scotch
do
ale.
it. Ooh.
Oh man,
Spicy.
That's a mouthful. Definitely spicy at the end there.
that is.
It's very sweet, though.
You know, I'm trying to sit here and rack my brain of the flavors I got drinking just the regular Scotch ale from there, and how this compares, and it's pretty similar. I'd have to drink them side by side. I would, but it may have been just the fact that was the first darker beer we had of the day. So we had only had IPA, so I got that really heavy Scotch flavor. But this one is a little more sweeter, I think, which is weird for being barrel-aged.
I'm definitely getting a little bit of caramel, although I'm not really seeing them on their description say anything about it being caramel. They say some vanilla, which I guess I taste that too.
I do.
Ooh, that's the thing about very fresh vanilla, is that
Mm.
it's almost caramely. It almost has those notes.
This was bottled just this year. So, interesting. Well, let's dive in. We've only got a couple beers here. Let's decide what our favorites were. Brett, what would you say?
Ooh, man, I've got to go with that Bernie. Bernie was awesome.
I'm gonna agree. I really, really liked it. It was very creamy,
Yeah,
very coffee.
it was an awesome stout.
What do you think, Caleb?
You know, I thought long and hard about this, and I'm sorry for all my fans out there. It's the Bernie.
Oh,
Ooh,
this might be
That's
the first unanimous vote.
I think it is.
I just really enjoyed that Irish cream. I was just there in Dublin on the beach, wearing nothing but my Speedo, and I was just having a nice vacation in the fog.
I see that.
I will
I
say
like it more than I think I should.
I will say, since we had a unanimous decision, I will also say I don't have a least favorite. They were all really good.
I agree.
There was none that I didn't enjoy. So
Let's do a toast. That was a good one, guys. It was a fun episode.
It was.
Despite a couple technical difficulties, I think we had a good time. Well, we're going to enjoy the rest of this to ourselves. Maybe play a little bit of Mario Kart.
Tasty.
Thank you, Caleb, for joining us. It was a lot of fun.
No, thank you. I'm honored.
I hope we have more conversations in the future, both about beer and life in general.
Oh, I love life.
Me too. Brett, thank you once again.
I love being here.
It's always a good time.
It is.
Thank you for listening. Share our page with your friends. Share the podcast with your friends. Check out the Journey into Comics Network, who hosts us. And we will see you next time on Brews with Dudes.